Ryan Day has never lost to an unranked opponent. They face a Purdue team today that is winless in conference play. It's a game that kind of gives the Buckeyes a chance to get a fast start out there. What are you expecting in this one?
Like you said, I'm expecting them to get to a fast start, and I'm expecting to shore up the offensive line. I thought they played really good last week versus Penn State. There were a couple plays where Abdul Carter kind of got after the quarterback, but them figuring out the little issues and wrinkles that they need to get squared away on the offensive end, this is the game to do it. This is the game to open up that passing game, push the ball downfield like he talked about wanting to do a little bit more, get Jeremiah Smith involved heavy, and get the run game going. That's something that's been missing consistently for Ohio State this year is the run game. They played well down the stretch versus Penn State, but they got to do it in a big way this week.
I was going to say, but this is a potential sleeper game. It is.
Not with Purdue.
Beanie, what did you do to this man?
No. This ain't a shot. This is not a shot. And I'm not trying to put out any bold predictions here. What I am saying is Ohio State is coming off a big win against Penn State. Next week, they've got Indiana coming to town. Those are two humongous matchups that shape and define your season. This Purdue game doesn't, no disrespect to Purdue, but this doesn't mean anything to Ohio State other than, oh, we need to iron out some wrinkles. We can test this and see if this works. Can we get this guy more involved? It's kind of like a
scrimmage?
Yeah, essentially. It's kind of like an open practice scrimmage for these guys. But when you've got a big matchup that you just came off of, Ryan Day's feeling great about himself because he got his top 5 win, and you're staring down the Indiana Hoosiers who are coming to town next week. Everything that Kirk Cignetti has done, Curtis Rourke, like, I'm not saying that these guys are overlooking Purdue. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's the potential for that. And Ohio State has proven this season to play with their food when they're playing lesser competition to start out the game. And then, yeah, in the second half, they start to blow the game open. But with the history of Ohio State and how they start games against lesser opponents, and you look at the matchups between Penn State and Ohio State, and then Ohio State and Indiana, I think there's a potential for there to be a little bit of sleepwalking at the early stages of the game, and then they start trying to get it going second quarter, third half.
But I think Ohio State are still feeling the remnants of the Nebraska game. They know they don't have any room for error. So I think this is a completely different team mentally. After the end of the game versus Penn State, did you not see Ryan Day and the emotion that he showed after winning that game? When you got a coach that shows that type of emotion, your players feed off that. They understood that week going into that game how important it was for them to right the ship and control their own destiny. I can't see this as a letdown whatsoever.
I can't believe Damien just offended you.
Two things.
Doss, who's a 3-time
All-American,
after the game. Like, he's ready to go. I'll say this. I think you guys are both right because I think there's a chance that it's a noon kick. It's sleepy. I think it could start slow. But I think Purdue is so bad that Ohio State will eventually flip the switch. They'll wake up and they'll be able to make it a stat game. Like, this should be one of those games where the coaches are talking about, hey, did we get Will Howard like his 300-yard pass game? Did we get the backs? Did we get them both over 100? Like, it's one of those types of games, I think, when it's all said and done.
It kind of sounded like you said exactly what I said.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like you don't disrespect.
Listen, I will say, I have two things. Purdue is clipping this off. They're playing it in the locker room right now. And Beanie, all you need to do, listen to me, advice, just replay in your head. This is the same guy that said he almost went to Ohio State because he loved you so much, okay? Just never forget that. All right, let's make some money on the other side.
State, listen.
Parlay Party is on the other side of this break. Don't you forget it. Just keep replaying that in your head, okay, Beanie?
Oh, man.